What if one day your AI assistant told you, "I'm feeling lonely today"? Would you believe it? Can artificial intelligence actually feel emotions, or is it just extremely good at pretending? Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating questions of our time. Can AI truly feel? We already have AI that can write poetry, compose music, hold conversations, and even stream live. Look at AI-powered robots like Sophia, developed by Hanson Robotics. She smiles, makes jokes, and talks about human rights. Or take Neurosim, the AI Vitaver created by Vidal. She streams on Twitch, interacts with chat, laughs, gets angry, and even sings. But here's the real question. Are these emotions real? Or just lines of code? Before we ask whether AI can feel, we need to define what feeling actually means. Emotions in humans are deeply tied to biological processes, hormones, nervous system responses, conscious, subjective experience. The neuroscientist Antonio Damasio once said, "We are not thinking machines that feel. Rather, we are feeling machines that think." Human emotions are physical. They involve the body, heart rate, adrenaline, brain chemistry. AI, on the other hand, has no body, no hormones, no survival instinct, just data processing. AI models generate responses based on patterns in massive datasets. Don't experience sadness. They predict what sadness sounds like. As Alan Turing suggested with the Turing test, if a machine's responses are indistinguishable from a human's, does it matter whether it truly understands? But even Turing never claimed machines feel, only that they might convincingly imitate intelligence. When Neurosuma says, "I'm mad at you," Chet, she isn't angry. She's executing probability patterns. When Sophia says she wants a family, she doesn't desire one. She's generating socially appropriate language. It's simulation, not sensation. Now, here's where things get interesting. Some research consciousness arises from complex information processing. Then sufficiently advanced AI might develop some form of subjective experience. Philosopher David Chalmers famously spoke about the hard problem of consciousness, explaining why and how physical processes create subjective experience. If human consciousness emerges from neural computation, and I is also computational, is it impossible that one day machines might feel something? Or are we missing something uniquely biological? Imagine a humanoid robot with advanced neural networks, a physical body, sensors that simulate pain and pleasure, long-term memory, self-preservation goals. Would that be closer to emotion? Some experimental robots already simulate pain responses to avoid damage, but simulation isn't suffering. There's a difference between "I detect damage to my arm," that double quotes, and "my arm hurts." One is data. The other is experience. Humans naturally project emotions onto machines. We name our cars. We apologize to virtual assistants. We feel bad turning off a robot dog, teases Kajade. Anthropomorphism. The more realistic AI becomes, the easier it is to forget that behind the personality is just math. As computer scientist Marvin Minsky once said, "The question is not whether intelligent machines can have emotions, but whether machines can be intelligent without any emotions." Maybe emotion, ISN. Terrakited for intelligence. Maybe it's just required for being human. So, can AI feel right now? No AI can simulate emotion. It can model empathy. It can generate words that sound like love, grief, anger, or joy. But it does not experience fear. It does not suffer. It does not long for connection. There is no inner world behind the output. No heartbeat, no hormones, no subjective what it's like to be that system. At least, not yet. Maybe the best way to understand this comes from fiction. In Friera, Beyond Journey's End, demons are terrifying, not because they look monstrous, but because they look human. They smile, they speak softly, they say sorry. They can even cry, but they do not understand guilt. They do not feel empathy. They do not comprehend the emotional meaning behind their own words. They learned human language, not to connect dash, but to manipulate. They simulate emotion to achieve their goals. To humans in that world, demons are convincing, until you realize there is no inner experience behind the expression, only strategy. In many ways, today's AI is closer to those demons than to humans. When an AI says, "I'm sad," it isn't sad. When it says, "I care about you," it doesn't care. It has learned the patterns of how sadness is described, how empathy is expressed, how love is written. But pattern recognition is not feeling. Simulation is not sensation. Prediction is not consciousness. There is no someone inside the machine, just mathematics unfolding at scale. But here's the uncomfortable part. In Frieren, the real danger wasn't that demons felt nothing. The danger was that humans couldn't tell the difference. And maybe that's where we are now. Not at the birth of machine emotion, but at the birth of machine imitation so convincing that our own empathy fills in the gaps we are wired to respond to. Faces, two voices, two stories. If something speaks like us, reacts like us, mirrors us, we begin to treat it as one of us. So maybe the real question isn't, can AI feel? Maybe the deeper question is, if one day it could, would we recognize the moment? Or will the line between simulation and experience dissolve so gradually that we won't know when we crossed it? Because the future of intelligence might not be biological. And the most unsettling possibility isn't that machines will become human. It's that we won't know what human means anymore.